Hi, it's Galina, your community manager, and today's guest is one of our narrative designers. Do you remember the cool gameplay stream our narrative designer did in December? Well, let me introduce her. Her name is Svetlana Kareva.
Hi everyone, I'm Svetlana. I've been a narrative designer for almost 3 years. And I've been part of Cooking Diary since the very first day of my life. Just kidding! Since my very first day at the company, of course.
Okay, Svetlana, please tell us about your main responsibilities at work.
I write a lot. My work includes writing the plot and dialogues, working on the characters' personalities and stories, and thinking about how the diary's art should look. Generally speaking, I work on absolutely all the text that you see in a game.
So, you work on all the text in Cooking Diary, including the names of restaurants and districts.
Yes, exactly.
Wow, that's great! I've always been fascinated by the unusual names of our restaurants.
Our entire team works on the restaurants' names.
Great! Well, let's get to the main part. How does your workday start? You can begin with the moment you wake up.
Oh, in the morning I face one of my most serious problems. I need to get out of bed. Then I open the curtains to see my beautiful view from the window. It's very inspiring. Then I clean myself up, pour a couple cups of water into a glass and message my coworkers to say that I feel like a zombie.
I see your morning starts on a positive note. So, you are at the computer and you message your coworkers. What do you do next? What's your top priority?
Typically, I always have tasks in progress or new ones. I determine priority based on deadlines and I start with tasks whose due date is already viciously breathing down my neck.
Oh, how often do you meet deadlines? Or do you try to do everything way in advance? Be honest.
I try to do everything in advance, of course. I really don't like it when a deadline is breathing down my neck. However, sometimes you have to do urgent tasks.
Urgent tasks. Yeah, that happens to me too. How often do you receive urgent tasks? And what do they usually involve?
They are special tasks. Of course, I don't get them very often, but sometimes we're asked to make urgent changes to a text or come up with necessary phrases, for example. Nothing complicated.
So it's not usually very difficult. What would you say is the hardest part of your job then?
That's a difficult question for me to answer. But I can say this. I spent most of my energy on text for restaurants.
Text for restaurants? I thought it would be character stories. What is the most enjoyable part of your job?
This may come as a surprise, but communicating with my team. I really like interacting with my coworkers. We joke a lot at work and support each other if there are problems.
Wow, I'm sure a good team is a key to success. Let's get back to the question about your workday. What do you usually do at work in the afternoon?
There are usually virtual meetings during the afternoon, or if there aren't any, I continue working on my tasks. Sometimes I need to do a few tasks at the same time.
So, you spend the afternoon communicating with your team. Great! Is there anything you always do before your workday ends?
I pray that I don't get any urgent tasks.
Fair enough. I also wanted to ask what you do after work.
I lie on the floor in star pose. Just kidding! After work I go to the gym, hang with friends or write fanfiction. Yes, I write my own stories after work.
Oh, you write even after work. That's amazing. Where do you get all that inspiration from?
Everywhere. I can watch a movie or TV series, read a book, or just have my own dreams.
Well, Svetlana, thank you for your answers. We've learned that the work of a narrative designer is quite imaginative and requires creative thinking and sources of inspiration. To wrap up, I'd like you to tell us your life motto, or something like that, and one wish for our players.
Okay, my life motto is be your own biggest fan. And my wish for all our chefs is that any obstacles in your way are a piece of cake. And I want you to love Creighton!
Thank you for joining us. I enjoyed interviewing you, and I hope our players enjoy listening too.
Thank you, bye-bye!
Thank you all for listening, and see you on the next podcast. Bye!